You and I go on holiday, we have to do everything ourselves, don't we? You know what I'm saying. Lug your own bag, make sure you've got your tickets, have you got your passport if you're going abroad, all of that sort of thing. And when you think about it, it does add to a lot of stress. On top of all of that now, and I'm sure many people out there will agree, you've also now got to make sure you've printed off the tickets, you've got the scan, even if you're just going on a train journey, the onus is all on you. Imagine, of course, though, if you are the ex-royals, the Sussexes. Seemingly, of course, you decided to leave the royal life because you wanted to be one of the people. Call me Harry, call me Meghan. Titles meant nothing, all of that sort of stuff. And then, of course, you decide, well, actually, you quite miss that life, the life of private jets, people fussing around you, making a real fuss of you, perhaps when you go to the Windsor suite at Heathrow. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today on this blisteringly beautiful day so far. Hope you're having wonderful weather wherever you are. And if you're not, do look after yourselves. Make sure you keep warm. That hot water bottle always handy. Now, I know people laugh at me, but you know, a hot water bottle can do wonders. I was speaking to someone a while back when I had a bit of a sprain on my leg, and they were saying that, you know, that gel that you get, you know, that really expensive stuff. And I said, oh, you know, it's really pricey, isn't it? And I was looking at the heat pads, and he said, oh, don't bother with that. Just use a hot water bottle. It's the same thing. And I thought, you know what? It's right. Nothing's new. It's just marketed differently, and we pay for it, don't we? Glad you agree. Back as ever to your royal story of the day. Now, interesting, as I say, Harry was in town, decided to fly back, obviously, and went over to Heathrow Airport, of course, with security in tow, awaiting him also in the first class suite of the Windsor suite at Heathrow Hotel. Being in there myself as a guest, I might add, not as somebody who's been offered the opportunity. You have to book the suite, you know, so it's not like you can just wander in, and it's really reserved for top flight VIPs, you know, visiting celebrities who need perhaps somewhere to sit, refresh. There's everything in there: shower, you know, televisions, fruit, catering. Anything you want is delivered into that room, let me tell you. Fascinating place. So Harry rocks up, you see. What's interesting to note here is this, that the suite had been booked out for the full day. That's because, as we now know, of course, Meghan Markle was hiding in there as she flew into Britain to catch up with her husband en route to Nigeria. This is Meghan, of course, who couldn't be bothered to meet any of his family, turn up at the charitable event that featured children, and all the positive things that could have happened. No, that wasn't for Meghan. No, this is all about her. So why was she hiding in the Windsor suite? Well, it's quite interesting, really, simply because they both were. This is because of a deal struck with the magazine and the journalist Simon Parry. Basically, People magazine are covering the Nigerian event, and it's all exclusive to them. Everything from the flight, the pictures on the airplane, literally everything. For money, of course. They know in return they'll get favourable response, and more importantly for Meghan, that's exactly what she needed right now. So the flitting move into the UK for a few hours was nothing. She just sat there plotting the next scheme. How right, of course, was King Charles now, when you think about it, to sidestep a meeting with his youngest son. Whatever you think, the courtiers and His Majesty the King are always one step ahead, and that must infuriate Miss Markle, even though, of course, she swallowed her pride long enough to spend a few hours in the aptly named Windsor suite, all first class and all free, of course. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.